Hello, today we're in Fountain Square near south side of Indianapolis. We're gonna be looking at this house here. It's 1516 Spann Avenue. Now we are actually in the heart of Fountain Square where there's been a lot of revitalization. A lot of investors have already done. You can see all these homes have been renovated. This is one of the last homes on the block. Most of these homes are, the comparables for this home is around 300,000, just over that. This house is actually in pretty decent shape. Really kind of surprised this one came across our feed. This is a house that was recently inherited. It has not been renovated. It is a nice clean blank slate. There's definitely some updates that need to happen. I'll try and point all of those out, but really it's been cared for. It was lived in by the homeowner for a number of years. He's passed. The family is now selling his property. We have it under contract, closing on it here in another week or so. So we can see we've got wood exterior siding. Definitely have some things that need to be addressed. We need some tuck pointing around the foundation. All the windows are old wood windows. There are some, looks like aluminum windows as well. I think I counted 12 windows that probably need to be replaced. The siding needs to be scraped, repainted. We do have some parking in the back. It may be advantageous to build a one-stall garage back here, or just kind of pretty it up as a driveway option. Here we go. We'll look at the back of the house here. Then we'll go inside and take a look around. So the basement, like many of these old homes, is actually an old cellar. Maybe tricky to get down there with the camera, but as the stairs are kind of dangerous, I definitely need some work on those. But the house has been cleaned up, trashed out. Really in relatively good condition, but it does need a lot of upgrades. This house is just under 1,000 square feet. Most of these high-end renovations in the Fountain Square area are costing between $80 and $100 a square foot. I know we ran it through a couple of our rehab models, and we were evaluating this as a $80,000 to $90,000 rehab flip for what we do. So we come into a kind of a mud room. You can see we have some parquet flooring here. Plaster walls, looks like they've replaced with drywall up at the top. I would honestly possibly tear this out, close off the old parlor, but open this straight up into the living room. But immediately to the left, we have our parlor. We do have the original hardwood floors here. Under this window, we do have some deterioration in the hardwood flooring. Here's our old fireplace. It looks like somebody has already attempted to close it off and rewire it with an electric insert. That's something that we commonly do. So we still have the ambiance of the old fireplace, but we don't have the exhaust fumes, have to worry about the flue in the chimney and so forth. High ceilings, as in with all of these Fountain Square properties, these old pre-World War II homes. You can see we've got large windows here. As I mentioned, they're old wood windows. Ceiling fan in this room. So it has been, cared for and updated over the years. I need to see the roof. I didn't look at the roof. I'm assuming the roof needed to be done. I think I put that into the evaluation model. I'll have to ask the acquisition team. Here we can see some of the plaster has really gone. This room we may have to drywall as the plaster's deteriorated. That right there is the flue from the gas exhaust from the furnace. Got the original big wood trims here that can be restored. That's always a nice touch. This it's not really a concern, but you want to take a look at it. Our fireplace is right on the other end of this. It looks like there's probably a leak coming in around the fireplace, which has caused all this this deterioration here. Someone's put up drywall in a couple places trying to patch the damage that's been going on, that's happened over the years. My guess is we probably have had leaks coming in at this chimney as well. So the house itself, that door's not opening. That goes to a secondary room. Got a little built-in bookcase here. Let me turn on my flashlight, if it will. It won't. My battery's low. I'm going to need it for the basement, though. So Here we come to our secondary bedroom. Once again, high ceilings. I'm not sure what that board, that splice up there is. So someone will probably need to get up in the attic space. I did not see an attic access as I've walked through here. This floor is soft, and as I have looked from underneath, it appears that the floor joists have kind of, not floor joists, but the supports under the subboard need to be replaced. They laid down plywood, and you can feel that it's very bouncy. So that floor is going to need to be ripped out and rebuilt. Here's our kitchen. This kitchen is probably ready to be gutted. We have drywall here that's going to have to be torn out. I'm sorry, plaster and re-drywalled. I did this at my last rental property. It's not terrible, but it can be expensive. Plaster gets very heavy to have to dispose of. This bathroom is going to have to be torn out and rebuilt. So we have our one bath. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. I don't remember if I mentioned that earlier. Our toilet over here. And without the battery, I don't think I'm going to be able to get into the basement, but I can kind of tell you what I see down there. It does have what appears to be a functional electric water heater. Looks to be not too old. It does have a gas furnace. I'm assuming it functions since somebody was living here until recently. But the wiring downstairs is still on the old knob and tube, and it looks like this is probably an old 60 amp fuse box. So we will need updated electrical. We might be able to salvage the HVAC, but I believe our evaluation for our rehab did include new HVAC. Let me go down and see if I can see anything on plumbing, though. These stairs are somewhat dangerous. You may just have to deal with the audio. It's telling me my battery's too low to power the flash during the recording. And I don't see any plumbing down here. I'm going to stop it and I'll pick it back up after So I had to go back out to the car as the battery died when I went into the basement, but I did check on the plumbing, and it is PVC, so it'll need to be updated to modern PEX plumbing. The entire rehab, we're looking at a roof, central air conditioning. I do not believe the furnace has an A coil, so even though there's a active and working furnace in there, it probably needs to be updated. The hot water heater looked good, but it's on old electrical and a fuse box, so it needs to be upgraded to probably 200 amp service, rewired. There's some plaster and drywall work, some flooring, as well as it needs a new kitchen, bathroom, cosmetic renovations throughout, exterior, new windows. All in all, as I said, those houses in Fountain Square ranging anywhere from $80 to $100 a square foot. I think our rehab valuations came in between $85,000 and $95,000. So really, there's a lot of meat on the bone. The after repair value on this is up in the 300s, even without building the garage. With the garage, it's over 300. I could send some comparables out. But so that's a house at 1516 Spann Avenue. And we will follow up shortly.